Hi friends, and welcome to Yoga with Rachel. Today's wellness discussion is on meditation. In particular, I will discuss some strategies and tips for developing a strong at-home meditation practice. A kind reminder to subscribe to the channel and also ring that notification bell so that way we can stay connected, and also to support free yoga and wellness content. Here's some things to consider when preparing the mind and body for a meditation practice. You may be here because you are aware of some of the amazing benefits of developing a meditation practice. You may be curious about where to start, what to keep in mind, how to prepare, and maybe even what items would be useful as you explore meditation. I am here to answer and guide you through these burning questions. Before you begin a meditation practice, it is important to consider where you would like to meditate. So preferably somewhere where it's safe and quiet, free from distractions as best as possible. In order to reduce the number of distractions, it may mean turning off your phone or the TV unless you are using it for your guided meditation practice or to listen to some relaxing music. If you find that there is just too much happening in your place, you can always meditate outside, so on your balcony or even in your backyard. This may take some trial and error to determine what space works best for you, and it is also important to recognize that your space may change as the environment around you changes. Speaking about your physical meditation space, you may even decide to dim the lights in order to reduce the brightness in your space. You could even light a candle or put a few drops of peppermint essential oil into a diffuser for mental focus. You can also use lavender for relaxation. Another important consideration is deciding upon the time in which you would like to meditate. So choosing a time that works best for you and your schedule. For me, I find it easier to meditate before bed as my to-do list is accomplished and all I really need to focus on is falling asleep. This may take some experimentation to find a time that works best for you. If you decide to make meditation a part of your daily routine, I recommend scheduling in your meditation practice at the same time every single day, so that way it becomes a core ritual. Consider how much time you wish to devote to a meditation practice, and of course this number can change. If you are brand new to meditation and you would like to try it out, perhaps start off with a 5-minute guided meditation practice. The length of your meditation practice may increase the more you practice. Wear something comfortable. The cozier, the better. Wear clothes that allow you to breathe and allow the energy to move freely throughout the body. Clothes that also allow you to sit down. You can also engage in some gentle movement before starting your meditation practice. This could include some neck circles, looping the shoulders, side body stretches, gentle twists, and so forth. This is a great way to prepare the mind and body for a meditation practice. Engaging in some gentle movement before beginning our meditation practice can help us sit up a little bit taller and also find some stillness. Finally, consider your why. Why do you want to meditate? What is your intention? Would you like to sleep better? Would you like to reduce stress and anxiety? Would you like to just have a really great day? Once you determine your why or your intention, you can then select a meditation practice that best suits your needs and your goals. There are so many meditation practices that are readily available on YouTube. Whether you are looking for a guided meditation practice or you would like to listen to some relaxing music, knowing your why can be very useful as it can help narrow down your search so that way you can find the practice that best suits you. I believe that it is important to mention that there's no one exact way to meditate. What works for one may not work for all. So your experiences on the mat or wherever you decide to meditate will be unique to you because we are all unique. You may find that one type of meditation practice works better for you than others. You may also find that it is too distracting to listen to relaxation music as you meditate. You may also find that a particular time of day does not work for you at all. One day you may have no issues settling into your meditation practice, whereas another day it may not even feel feasible because of whatever is happening internally or externally. There is this invitation to explore, stay curious, and discover whatever works best for you when developing a meditation practice. When leading a meditation class, I invite my students to find a comfortable seat of their choice. Now, other instructors may cue or instruct you to come to a cross-legged seat. Now, this will be a really great starting point if you are brand new to meditation. You could also explore meditating in a kneeling position, standing up. You could also do it on a couch, on a chair, or even in your bed. Next, I will discuss the use of props to support you in your meditation practice. Props include blankets, pillows, cushions, and blocks. You can place a folded up blanket, cushion, or pillow under the sit bones to lift the hips. Using these items can help us lengthen our spine with more ease. If you decide to kneel, you can place that folded up blanket or a pillow on the calves and then sit back towards the heels to create more space and comfort. If you decide to lie down, you can place a pillow behind your head and neck for support. You can also place a blanket over your entire body for warmth and comfort. I recommend using these items during bedtime meditation practices. Now that you are situated, you are ready to begin a meditation practice. There are so many meditation techniques that you can explore, which is an amazing thing because then you can find something that works best for you. Here's some bonus tips. When engaging in a meditation practice, I always encourage my students to allow the breath to find its natural rhythm. There's no need to force anything or deepen the breath right away. If this is a meditation practice where we are focusing on a breathing technique, such as box breathing, then that is a different story. I would guide you through that breath practice. My recommendation is to breathe in a way that feels most natural for you. It is okay to feel a desire to fidget during a meditation practice. We live in a busy world where our minds and bodies are constantly moving and active. It is okay if stillness does not happen at the beginning of your practice or even throughout your entire meditation practice. Bring awareness to that, observe, and be kind and patient with yourself. Also, if you find that you have a bit of a monkey mind, like me, thoughts may be bubbling to the surface as you meditate. So you could be thinking about your to-do list, recounting your day, or even trying to figure out what you want to make for dinner. Please know that that is okay. I invite you to observe your thoughts. You do not need to control them, and you do not even need to tell yourself to stop the internal chatter. This is why we call it a meditation practice. As I always say, practice makes better. The more we practice, the more strategies we develop, the more tools we learn to use, the more receptive we are to a meditation practice, and perhaps this can lead to developing a daily meditation practice. My ultimate advice is to demonstrate compassion towards yourself. Regardless of how things go, you showed up. And that, my friend, deserves a round of applause. If you would like to learn more about meditation, including the benefits, some types of meditation practices, as well as mudras, feel free to download my free guide to developing a meditation practice. Let me know which tip you are going to try out or what you learned about meditation in the comment section down below this video. Thank you so much for listening. Until next time, namaste.